Welcome, this is Melinda Barlow, CZT, Certified Zen Tangle Teacher. And I noticed some different tangles on the internet as I've been going through, and one of them was a kind of a hydrangea looking plant. And I thought to myself, that is gorgeous. So I did a little work and I found that it is Sai by Miki Yomamotao CZT Europe, I think EU2, and it is a absolutely darling tangle that you can make into the most gorgeous flower. I think you're going to love it. So let's get started. Had a little froggy in my throat. So let's get started with Sai. And here is Sai. Let me come in a little so you can see it a little better. But isn't it a darling little tangle that just, you know, what can you say? How cute it is. And if you do it in a little cluster, it looks like the hydrangea. And I added a few little extra things to it and changed it just a tad, of course. So what can I say? Let's move these to one side, and I am going to do it on a round white tile. And we are going to start. I'm using an 01 because this is tiny, and I think you will be happier with it with an 01. I did use a gray jelly roll, and but anyway, let's start. You start with a little tiny circle, and then you're going to aura that little circle, and then you're going to do small little lines out going 4 different ways. Now, the original design, you make this a square, but I'm just going to make this kind of a round petal shape this time, instead of my little pointed one I did here. And then I'm going to give it a little curve. So we're going to start again, a little round, another little circle, lines coming out, and then round these off. And I have a little holly bow effect, and then a little, so these are just going to bunch together. And the whole idea behind this tangle is to have them kind of bunch together. And then I like that little curved line in the middle to kind of give it a flowery look. So you want them as close together as you can work them. Kind of stop there for a second. And I like to give that little line in there a little bit of a curve. And I think I could even make those little lines even a little bit smaller. Give that a little bit of a curve. And then I'm just kind of going around the outside of that center one. And just work my way to make that little kind of cluster of hydrangea blossoms. It's hydrangea season in Japan, and it's hydrangea season in the United States and in Utah. The only trouble with where I live is hydrangeas only grow one color. Because of the soil, it doesn't, we have a really hard time growing hydrangeas in other colors but white. So most of our hydrangeas may start out yellow, not yellow, green or pink, and then the next season they're white because of the alkali, I was told, in the soil. But you can see how they just gathered together really makes a beautiful little cluster of flowers. And if I have a little space, I like to come back and fill that in with, just darken it in all the way, just to give this some drama. That's where my drama is going to come, is where I fill in that little background, the little space in between the petals. But I don't have any real reason, of what I'm doing. No plan other than it is, I just keep rotating my tile and putting my little Sai Tangle pattern in, which creates that beautiful hydrangea look. And I can just keep going. I'm going to stop about right here, and I could add some fescue or something else like I've done on this one. This one I did with a little petal shape. Let's see if I can draw one in here. I'll draw one right here, and I will show you that little petal shape that I did. That's sort of how that was done. And these were done just round, so you can kind of find your own little niche in what you want to draw. And this, you could come back and even do, you know how I am about orbs. I love orbs. And we could put a few orbs out here. And this is also great for a little fescue. You know, we can just give it a little bit more life with a little fescue. I like that. I also like to come in, and I'm going to use a, I believe it's right here. I'm going to use a green jelly roll, but I think it has a little turquoise color to it, and I'm going to fill in the little centers. I've really been hooked on some turquoise lately. I'm wearing a kind of a bluish green turquoise top. I need a little scrap. I'm going to use I probably need to warm this one up. There we go. It didn't want to put out any ink. I know there's ink in there, so can't press hard with a jelly roll. Got that light touch, and then that ink will flow out. See me shaking that pen. So I'm just going to put a little, and then you can come in and do, I really like just 3 little dots close to each other. They are cute. Since that one's having a struggle. Then we could come back in with my aquamarine, and I really think that's what that jelly roll is more of an aquamarine color. So I'm just going to put a little aquamarine here. I'm going to come back and do more, but I'm just going to put a little bit so we can see. And then I'm going to take my shading stump, and I see that this has a little bit of, you know, it looks like, I'm not sure what it is. So I'm going to clean it off. And then I will dip it in my odorless paint thinner. And you can see that that's kind of gotten wet. And then I will blend my aquamarine Prismacolor pencil out. And I want to kind of leave it so it's more dark in the center and lighter as it goes out, but that sometimes doesn't always happen. But there you can see how I'm able to color those very simply by just adding my color, then blending with my odorless paint thinner. And then I always like to come back, and I am going to, this is a French gray, and it's a little brown. And let's see if I can. It's a brownish gray looking color. And I like how that just kind of colors out on the edge, the little round circles. And I can come in and use a gray jelly roll, and I can see those aquamarine ones didn't turn out quite well, so I'm just going to put my dots and then maybe come in and give my little circles just give me some little I could be running out of ink in that it doesn't really look like it, but you can see how fun this is to do. This one I colored it all basically the same as I did here, aquamarine, except I put a gray center. Here this was done on a watercolor base and a little metallic jelly roll, so you can kind of see how that shines up. But isn't Sai a beautiful tangle? I will try to link, let me scan out a little bit. I will try to link you to the step outs for this. It is easy to do and absolutely fun if you think of it as a hydrangea. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, new videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and enjoy.